Hi, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend Han here, and it is absolutely great to see you here tonight. And tonight I am absolutely excited to share another fantastic product with you. Okay, this time it's a bit different. This product will set you way ahead your competition, not just in the internet marketing niche, but also way ahead a lot of retail marketers. Okay, now you have, instead just typical take the payment system of PayPal, Visa, or whatever the payment system you're using right now, you are now have the option to take Bitcoin. Okay, so if you never know what Bitcoin is, it's like the coin of the future, the currency of the future. In case the world economy crashes, you got Bitcoin. Okay, so if you never heard that term before, this is going to be probably one of the most important interview you're going to ever watch. Okay, if you know what Bitcoin is, well, congratulations, you're already way ahead of a lot of people. All right, so we know that Bitcoin has huge potential as the world currency in the future. First of all, the fact that Bitcoin doesn't charge you a fee for every transaction for product creators, that's a huge saving for you. For local clients, that's a huge saving for them, right? So, but one of the things to implement Bitcoin as one of the payment checkout process, it's usually not that easy. In fact, nobody's doing it. And if you're watching the internet news and you know, actually the physical retail store implement that you can buy clothing, you can buy retail item like purse and shoes with Bitcoin now, okay? And the big online retail like Overstock.com is using Bitcoin right now, and Amazon are planning to add Bitcoin as their payment checkout process as well within next year or so. And the trend is there. It's just literally starting out. All right, so as a smart internet marketer like you and I, we want to catch this trend before it go explode, right? So well, how do you do that? Well, this is the reason I have invited Neil here, the creator of this software, also this store or the thing, to talk about, first of all, if you don't know what Bitcoin is, he's going to educate you what is Bitcoin, how do you effectively use it, okay? He's also going to talk about why when you put a Bitcoin up on your website, people are actually willing to pay more. Pay more than retail price, not wholesale price, but pay more than retail price. He's going to be here explain to you exactly why that is. Isn't that cool? Awesome and cool and awesome. And thirdly, he's going to do a very cool demo on this store of his, and well, soon will be yours. And that not only you can list physical products such as Amazon product, or and digital products such as software and ebooks. You can have a quickly very nice, fantastic website build up that work with the mobile, that work with the Facebook, and it's very responsive, and you work with Bitcoin. So he's gonna go into more detail, talk about how you're gonna truly benefit from it. Most importantly, how you're gonna really make money with this, okay? All right, so anyway, so he's kind of thinking way ahead of generations offering this, so be very exciting. So now you have the opportunity to build your very own store, or even go to your local e-commerce store, help them get that implement to their store as well. So they're gonna be very exciting. You can charge a huge fee for this because nobody does this, so you can literally dominating the market, right? So be very exciting about this. All right, so at the end of this interview, Neil is going to be here introduced to you this brand new product. So ladies and gentlemen, please let me introduce to you the social Bitcoin stores. And what I love about this is this is really cool and easy to use theme. All you have to do, if you know how to install the theme, you know how to do this. You just upload a couple of files, then ready to go. But what you're gonna be most exciting about is this thing not only looks very nice professionally on a browser, but it also looks very nicely on a phone, and also you work with inside Facebook as well. Isn't that cool? That's pretty cool, right? And most importantly, if you don't want to use Bitcoin, it still takes PayPal. It still takes whatever the payment system you want to use, you know? And when you add Bitcoin, you can raise up the price. And he's going to tell you exactly why that is inside the interview. So stay tuned, watch that, okay? All right, so without further ado, oh, one more thing. let's come back to the interview here. Well, Neil's going to be here share one more thing with you, okay? His unique internet marketing story. He started out just an article writer, okay? Now he's a full-time product creator, built a 6-7 figure company already. So find out exactly how he went to article writer to 6-7 figure internet marketers. Find out exactly how he did that and be inspired by him and do the same, okay? All right, so also, he's gonna go over what is Bitcoin, how do you profit from having Bitcoin, how do you take this Bitcoin, put it on your website, make even more money, charge over the retail price. And he also gave it a arbitrage method. It's gonna be no money out of your pocket, but more money into your pocket, okay? All right? So this is gonna be very, very exciting. An interview you haven't watched for a long time, but the technology is there now. I'm very, very excited to share this with you, okay? All right, so watching the interview, and I know you guys love bonuses. Just kind of look down below. You're gonna see tons bonuses as well, over 500 plus in value. Okay, tons of bonus below. Just watching the video. If you're watching the video right, look below. All the bonuses are listed just from him, and I'm gonna put them all together, of course. And we're gonna get you the early bird deal again, and that is gonna open a couple hours early. So just kind of look out for my email. There's banner comes out, all the information are on there. So it's gonna be discounted price, and it's gonna be open early. So I negotiate that for you to specifically grab this at lowest possible price. Okay, all right, so without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, let's please keep smiling. Let's go enjoy this awesome interview. This is your friend Han, and I'll be talking to you very, very soon. Cheers. Hi, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is your friend Han here, and it is absolutely great to see you here this afternoon. And today I'm very, very excited to invite Neil back with us, and to talk about something very unique and fascinating that going to position yourself ahead of even the retail marketers, offline and online as well. So what exactly we're going to talk about is actually having a website that takes Bitcoin. So we're going to learn what is Bitcoin, and secondly, we're going to talk about why taking Bitcoin, it's actually advantage for using Bitcoin as a payment system as well, and why, most importantly, why you as an internet marketer should be step ahead of even the major retail companies and have that as one of your options, whether selling your product or someone else's product as well. So be very, very exciting about that. But what I'm most exciting about inside this interview is that let Neil share one of the solutions he come up with that kind of help us solve all this problem here. The things that he's gonna share with us today. Not only you can using in like a normal website that also not only take a PayPal and normal payment system, but also add Bitcoin as one of the payment options. But also the same store can be displayed in Facebook and mobile friendly. So this is the interview you definitely do not want to miss. You want to pay attention to. This is I have not seen anything like this before. So be very, very exciting about this. And before we get into all this excitement here, let's kind of learn how Neil got started with the internet marketing, but most importantly, what did he do exactly to achieve the level of success he has today? So Neil, could you kind of take over the mic, share your unique internet marketing story with us today?
Sure. Thank you, Han. I appreciate that. It's actually interesting. I mean, I've been here a few times, but every time I look back and think about my story, how I got into it, and how I got started about almost 4 years ago now, more or less, I'm always surprised. I'm always intrigued by, I started from nothing in a desperate situation. I had just lost my job because of recession, and I had to find something quick. And it wasn't actually that easy. And the only thing I could do was writing on the internet for this guy in Australia who was running a communications company. And I was doing all his presentations. I was writing everything that he wanted me to write, and he was delivering them. He was the star of the show, but I was only getting paid $5 an hour. So obviously not a good position to be in back then, but at least it was a start, and it showed me what it meant to work hard and look at exactly what's working in the market. And from there I progressed into copywriting, and then eventually I started creating my own products and working still with clients, but not at $5 an hour anymore, more like $30 or $40 an hour, just consulting with them, helping them out with some things that they get stuck with. So, you know, that's where I spent majority of the last 2 years, actually, with a lot of customers that we have at KV Social, as well as some of the selected clients that we work with quite often and help them with various things, which include sort of social media and mobile marketing, as well as now, and we'll talk about that, Bitcoin. So it's quite, it's I don't want to call it rags to riches story because it wasn't rags back then. It's not riches right now. It could definitely be better. I could be a millionaire, but it's been a good story. It's been a good transition from writing for someone else, working for someone else, and actually running your own company and managing people every day. So it's a good place to be, I'd say.
Yeah, yeah. So to kind of, look back where you are, to look back where you were, the up and downs in this journey of internet marketing. What would it be top advice you can give to for someone who just starting out with internet marketing? At least point into the right direction here.
Sure. I can't remember who said it, but it's a very famous quote. They said, when everyone is zigging, you need to zag. So basically, when everyone's going one way, you want to go the other way. You want to go opposite to the trend because that's where the big things happen. Of course, it's risky. I mean, you shouldn't be foolhardy, but you need to carefully evaluate your options and see what's really unique and what's trending in the market. And just because we have done that every so often, we are at a position now where we can predict what will be the up and coming trend of the future. So if you can get into that position where you can predict with certain confidence as well, or at least you can follow someone who can predict this with certain confidence, it would put you in a very, very strong position.
Right, right. Now, to be a very, very successful entrepreneur, business person, I just kind of talked to someone just a little bit a while ago, is that you gotta have to, you basically play with two elements. That is time. You have a specific vision when you see it before anybody else does. So that's what I'm talking about when I say time. And secondly is location, which is we as internet marketing have all that advantage because we don't have physical travel to anywhere, yet we can market to everyone in the world. So and those are the two major factors all entrepreneur have, or the successful business have, is ability to have that vision before anybody else sees it, and well, the third thing would be taking action on it, right? So that's exactly what you're talking about here. So it's really interesting
Yeah.
that
And
you said that.
I want to talk about that for a second because, back in 2010, I was kind of cursing my luck. I was like, if I could be in the US right now, I could do this and I could do that, and I would have access to everything and it would be great. And it would have. But the thing is, what I realized by working online is that even if I don't have immediate access to all the resources, I can have them online, or at least I can have access to a person who has access to those resources. So you're right, the world is shrinking, everything is getting closer, and the fact that we are online, the fact that every day we can jump online and make some money, it just makes it easier to run a business.
That is absolutely right. Give me 1 second here.
Sure.
Sorry, I have an audio problem here. Anyway, so can you hear me okay, by the way?
Yes, I can. Yeah, it's fine.
All right, cool. So, all right, so kind of thank you for giving that advice, and let's talk about this interesting topic here. Now, I think Bitcoin's been around. I don't even know for how long. I think even you don't know what it is, and you probably heard the term Bitcoin. So, would you mind to kind of educating for everyone who's watching this right now? What is Bitcoin? Well, what is all this Bitcoin about?
Sure. I mean, I'm more than happy to talk about it because I've done presentations in front of hundreds of people about Bitcoin, just showing them what it is, teaching them why I think it is a currency of the future. Now, Bitcoin is essentially a digital cryptocurrency. What that means is that there is no physical coin, there is no physical banknote, as it were, but it's all digital. It's a bit like having your money in PayPal account. You don't really have it. It's just a number on a website, as long as it exists there. So Bitcoin is a bit like that. It is a number at the end of the day, but there's a limited quantity of it, and it is bought against USD or Euro or GBP, whatever your currency is. So there's only 21 million Bitcoin in circulation at the moment, and there's not going to be any more, which makes it a scarce resource. And because it's a scarce resource, the price fluctuates on the demand and how much people want it. So I'm sure a lot of people know about Bitcoin price fluctuating quite a lot. Late last year was $1,000. Now it's up to 600. 3 years ago, 4 years ago, it was $12. And actually, that's when we got into it because being computer engineers, we knew that the value in cryptocurrency is really high because number one, it's secure. So it's all based on a secure server, so it can't be stolen, for example. And it's something that can be easily transferred from one person to the other as long as you have a unique sort of account number which you get from the other person. Now, if you think about it, I mean, think about places in Africa, for example. They don't even have banks in some of the countries, in some of the real poor places, but they have mobile phones, right? So as long as you have mobile phone, you can make a Bitcoin payment. So if you can imagine, I mean, paying for things becomes so much simpler just by having access to internet, and that's what Bitcoin allows you to do.
So my next question. Oops, hold on. So my next question is,
Yeah.
how do you determine how many Bitcoin to buy a nice tie or a shirt or in certain countries? How do you determine the value of that? How's that exchange goes?
Sure, good question actually, very good question. Initially, the process started with mining. So what would happen is that, this is back in 2008 and 9, but what you would do is you would download this piece of software on your computer, you would leave it running overnight, and next morning when you woke up, you'll have like 2 or 3 Bitcoins available to you. So that's how initially a lot of people got in. So they mined as they call Bitcoin. But now, if you were to run your computer for 24 hours a day for 30 days, even then you would only have 0.1 Bitcoin. So the point being, the more that it is acquired, the more expensive it becomes because the more scarce the resource becomes. So initially it was 21 million, which was available. Now it's only like 1 million available because all the people own 20 million, for example. So it's much more expensive. So it's much more intensive to actually mine Bitcoin. So now it runs as an exchange, and because it's like a barter currency. Everyone can pay things in Bitcoin, collect things in Bitcoin. People can actually now buy stuff in Bitcoin as well.
So I seen some retail local stores actually instead put the price tag for a physical currency of the country, but also offering as in Bitcoin as well. So my question was like, how do I know this shirt is costing me 10 Bitcoin or 100 Bitcoin? Well, how do you determine that?
Sure. Well, I mean, it's interesting you talk about retail because I was talking to a friend a couple of months ago, and he went into a Subway in US and he paid via Bitcoin, which he
Hmm.
was really surprised about. I mean, getting a sandwich and paying via Bitcoin, and it was only, I think, what, $3.50, maybe $4, and he paid that via Bitcoin. So what happens is that Bitcoin every day, at every minute, every second, it has a US dollar or GBP or euro value associated with it, based on
Okay, got it.
demand and supply. So if the Bitcoin costs $600 and your burger costs $6, then you will pay 0.001 of the Bitcoin to buy that burger. In fact,
Mhm.
there's a funny story. I mean, just so you know, but back in the day when Bitcoin was $12, $3, $12, a lot of people bought that as well. And there was this guy who actually paid for a pizza. He paid in 2 Bitcoins. Right? This is about 3 years ago. Right now, that's worth $1,200. So essentially, he bought a pizza for $1,200 if I look at the value now. But the point is that it's a currency that is being readily adopted by people all across the world, by businesses all across the world as well.
So another thing about Bitcoin is not a central bank system, right? I think that's I think a lot of people getting Bitcoins think about the whole financial institution is going to crash. But this currency, what makes it different than the other currency around the world is it's actually not backed up by any central bank, right? So that means they cannot just go out there and keep printing money.
Exactly. So, I mean, if you want to test this out yourself, just, open up your wallet, pull out a note, and that note would say something like, I promise to pay the bearer of this note a sum of $100 or $50. Now, I don't know if you know this, Han, but I think in about, I think 10, 15 years ago, the US government, for example, ran out of the gold reserves that they had. And, back in those days, you used to put out gold and then take out US dollars against it. But they ran out of gold. I mean, so they had to just print money and put on top of it that it's basically a certificate that you owe someone $100 or you owe someone $50. So they're just printing money without putting anything in return, which means that, any day the currency can get completely devalued, the country could go bankrupt. And I mean, I'm not talking about US, but recently Argentina is on the brink of bankruptcy, and there have been many other countries that have gone bankrupt before for this simple reason. But the thing with Bitcoin is this, that again, there's only 21 million in circulation, and all of it is accounted for. All of it has a physical value against it. So it, in that sense, it can't crash. Of course, there are issues, and I'm happy to talk about them too. Like there was a company based out of Japan which ran an exchange firm, and that went bankrupt, but that was because of the strict regulations and other things. So of course, something like that can always happen in a business, but as a currency, it is very, very secure, which is what makes it very different to the old types of currencies that we are still using. I mean, this is something of the future. This is something that is a trendsetter, as they call it.
And if you travel a lot, this is great because you don't have to worry about exchange rate because it's the currency of the world. It's gonna be the. It sounds like this is gonna be the currency of the world, right?
Yeah, I mean, actually, the point you make about traveling is very, very good because every time I go abroad, as you know, I live in Finland. Every time I go to US or the UK, I have to take some money out, and there's usually a £2 or $3 piece on top of that. But if you're paying via Bitcoin, there's no fees. I mean, there is zero fees when you're paying via Bitcoin. In fact, if you're a vendor and you're collecting money via Bitcoin, again, there is zero fee. So there's nothing involved in the process. There's no leakage. And I'll also tell you another case study that we did internally, and we found that for every $100 that the company got, we lost $12 to PayPal. That includes their 5 to 6% fee that it sometimes takes. That includes their conversion rate as well. So, the numbers are very dramatic, and we found that if you were just to use Bitcoin instead of using PayPal, we would actually save that 12%. And just as a goodwill gesture, we've told all our customers right now that, hey, if you want to pay via Bitcoin, we'll give you 10% discount because we still make money that way. Everyone's happy in a way.
That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, so okay, you touched a little bit on this next question already, but kind of maybe if you have anything to add to this, is that
Sure.
well, Bitcoin is cool and it's something new. The world's definitely started adopting it because large business have a lot of great plans for taking that as a payment plan. So as internet marketer, why should we care? I mean, why should we use Bitcoin? How's that going to benefit us?
Sure. Good question. Very, very good question. And I have to say something about that. I mean, it's call it a humble request or anything. As an internet marketer, you're a trendsetter. You are someone who goes out there and does something new every day, right? Something that normal folks are not doing. And Bitcoin is one of those things. I mean, I would actually urge everyone who's listening on this call, even if you don't listen to the end of this call, at least go ahead and buy even a single Bitcoin, contribute to the internet phenomena because we make it go forward, right? But the cool thing is, as I was talking about a vendor, when it comes to collecting money via Bitcoin, which is what we are doing as well. I mean, if you jump over to the sales page, you'll find that we have already, basically put aside $60,000 in Bitcoin. Our own Bitcoin has $60,000 at the moment. And the point is that, as a vendor, you can collect money via Bitcoin. So it's very easy for you to just say to a buyer, hey, would you pay me in Bitcoin? I'll give you a discount. Or even if you don't give them a discount, that's a good way to build up your asset as well, right? And the cool thing is that you can either keep it as Bitcoin or you can instantly transfer into USD or GBP using some of the resources that I'll be talking about a bit later in the call. So that's very straightforward. That's very easy to do as well. As I said earlier, there's no fee at all. As Hanyu mentioned, when you're traveling abroad, there's no exchange rate that you have to worry about, an exchange rate you have to pay. And as I said, there are businesses out there that are heavily adopting it. Dell came out with a publication recently where they said that now customers can pay for computers with Bitcoin. I mean, that's really big. That's really, really big. If you've heard about Overstock, that's the company as well that is actually one of the first e-commerce stores that collects money via Bitcoin. Amazon is talking about it. And Amazon is saying that maybe in a year's time, year and a half, they're going to start collecting Bitcoin on the site as well. I mean, that's really huge. That's really, really big. Now, if you're wondering eBay, they probably won't because eBay owns PayPal, and PayPal and Bitcoin are kind of in a competition. So eBay might not get into it, which is their loss. But trust me when I say this, within the next couple of years, you could go to Amazon and pay via Bitcoin. And
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then physical local stores are adapting that as well.
Exactly. So the Subway example that I gave you earlier, I mean, Subway, that's it's just it's a restaurant chain, fast food chain in US. You can go in there and pay money via Bitcoin. And again, it's very, very easy to do that. When we approached a local business, and it was actually a lawyer, they were very excited about using Bitcoin to get paid. So it's not just the e-commerce stores out there, but it's basically everyone who sees the value in it, who realizes that they don't have to pay any fees on top of that. It's a digital currency that can sit either like itself, or they can cash out in US dollar right away. And another important thing is that these people know that they can tap into a very, very passionate market. Think about this for a second. Anyone who owns Bitcoins is, as they call it, techie, is someone who's technical, right? And these people are always online and they're willing to buy stuff. I mean, they go to Amazon and buy things all the time. If you were just to give them an avenue to buy something via Bitcoin, they'd be more happy to do that because they want to support the currency that they got when it was only $12. So everyone's really excited about this. I mean, the world is buzzing at the moment.
Now, now you mentioned something very very important. I wanted to kind of maybe talk about a little bit here is the um, versus the other payment methods. You say that Bitcoin doesn't have a fee. Now that's if you really true entrepreneur business person, you want to keep your costs down. So when it says there's no fee, your head should be have a light bulb going off here, because that's going to save you tons of money right there. That's one thing we got that covered. I think another thing I wanted to talk about another major issue as online marketers, especially for someone who's actually collect the I almost want to say rent, but money, is the chargeback issue.
Yeah.
Would that happen with the Bitcoin? How's that work?
No, I mean, chargeback hurts everyone's business, and I'll tell you why that is. If you run a PayPal account, basically any chargeback that you get acts as a negative point against you for PayPal. So when they review your account and they see that you've had too many chargebacks for their liking, they could even shut down your account. So it's quite bad. But the thing about Bitcoin is that once someone pays you, they cannot automatically get it refunded. They cannot go to anyone else who would refund it. So the only thing they can do is come to you and ask you for a refund. And of course, then it depends on you and them. If there's an understanding, you can refund them. But the biggest problem that I used to have, and many other people used to have, I know, is that they used to sell a product, and the person would use the product as well, and then basically claim that they didn't get it or they didn't like it, and that would mean an immediate loss for you. And even if 2% of people do that, out of every 100 copies you sell, even if 2 people do that, you actually lose money, because not only have you lost that money, but the credit card companies would charge you $10 to $30 extra, and you would have to pay same thing to PayPal additional. But with Bitcoin, they cannot reverse the payment. The only way a payment can be reversed is actually you sending them that Bitcoin that they want to pay for. So if they had a charge, say something like, if they had paid you $100, then you can send them $100 back in Bitcoins, but that's it, nothing more.
Yeah, that's kind of pretty cool. And well, let's talk about how would a internet marketer taking advantage of this the Bitcoin thing, and I haven't seen a single website, at least in our community, taking Bitcoin as payment, which is what your product is about in a minute. But in what ways can people really make money by using Bitcoin or set up a storefront using
Sure.
Bitcoin? Talk about that a little bit. In what way can they do that?
I mean, we are the first in the market to release a product like this, which we'll talk about later, but we're also one of the first in the market to build up stores that collect Bitcoin. And I mean, again, it's not very often you come across someone who's ahead of the trend, but right now we are. And as a vendor, for example, you could sell digital products and collect money via Bitcoin. You could sell physical products and collect money via Bitcoin. In fact, what we do quite often with the new stores that we set up, it's a very, very cool no-risk Amazon trick. And I'm happy to share that with you because I think it would really help everyone here on the call. So say you were starting in a new market and you didn't really know how it would go. What you don't want to do is spend a lot of money buying that product and putting it in your room or putting it in with Amazon, the whole FBA thing. In fact, I think there was a course early this year for $4,000 which told you that you had to invest $10,000 into products and then you can sell them via Amazon. The problem is not everyone has $10,000. I mean, I don't think anyone has $10,000 lying around. So what do you do without spending a single cent but also making a profit? So what we tend to do is we set up a store and we list out the products, we put all the copies there and everything, and we sell the product via Bitcoin. So what happens is when someone pays us via Bitcoin, we instantly convert that money into USD. By the end of the day, that money gets deposited into our account, and we can same day buy the same thing via Amazon and get it delivered to them, right? So it's like testing an idea. Without buying hundreds of stocks of a product, we simply sell one and we send one within 5 minutes. And again, even I don't do that anymore. My support staff is the one taking care of all the fulfillment, and all of it is done via Amazon. Now you're probably wondering at this stage, well, if something costs $20 on Amazon and you're taking $20 on your Bitcoin side, aren't you not making any profit? Well, that's not quite true. See, the thing is, a lot of people who are in Bitcoin right now got it when it was $12, $13, $14, $15, $20. So for them, paying for something when Bitcoin now costs $600, they're actually saving a lot of money. So they don't mind buying stuff via Bitcoin. And as I said before, the community is very, very passionate. So what happens is that they're willing to pay $25 instead of 20 because they're supporting a cause. They're supporting Bitcoin. So to them, it's a very, very novel thing. And I'll be honest with you, I don't know if it will last beyond 2 years, this novelty of Bitcoin, because once Amazon gets it, once everyone gets it, it'll become too common, right? But right now, it's easy to hike up the margin and charge extra. I mean, we have sold laptops which would cost $800 for $1,000 in Bitcoin. I kid you not, we've done that. And initially we were surprised in people buying those for $200 extra. But then we realized that it kind of makes sense because they have all that Bitcoin sitting around, right? They don't want to go into their bank account and pay for something. Bitcoin's like extra money that's just sitting there, so they instantly buy something with it. And the benefit for us is we instantly make $200 on that transaction. And that's a big sum without any risk.
So I mean, because even it's a $200 more, but at the true cost, of which they're only using $12 to get the 600 worth of Bitcoin, it's the true cost is like maybe only $24 back to days, right? So that's the way you need to think about it, because actually they're saving a lot of money. And, well, this is getting to the currency exchange stuff now, but I think this is kind of like arbitrage right there, what you kind of described there.
Yep, exactly it is. And the thing is that people are excited about it. I mean, it's the up and coming thing. It's what Facebook was, back in the day before it became Facebook, before it became really big. And at the moment, we as vendors, not as consumers, as vendors, have the same possibility of being ahead of the trend, being ahead of Amazon, eBay, and hey, even Facebook. Like, even Facebook hasn't started collecting money via Bitcoin. So before they all get in, we have a chance to go in, grab some quick cash for a couple of years, and say, cool, we rode the wave, and it was fun.
Cool. All right. So, will the store, does this thing, we're going to kind of review and kind of leave the hook here a little bit, work with Facebook, and is it mobile responsive?
Yeah, see, actually, we launched a beta version of this a couple of months ago, and we had a lot of requests from customers for creating something which also worked inside Facebook, and it would also allow it to sell them to their clients so that, their customers could pay on mobile. So we went back, we did some work on it, and we made it completely responsive. So, we can look at it later, but it easily fits on your phone. You can, shape the browser in any way, and it still shows up fine, and it works inside of Facebook as well. You still need an SSL certificate, but Han, I'll give you some insider information on this right now. Google has come out with a news that if a site has SSL certificate, it will rank higher.
Oh,
right?
Wow. Oh.
Yeah, because they've been testing it, in the background for 6 months, and they've just issued it in public today, which basically means for you is that if you install SSL on one of these, you can instantly rank it really high online just because it's a secure website. And it kind of makes sense. I mean, they want user experience to be secure. So that's the perfect way to do that. So again, it works inside of Facebook, and it's mobile responsive as well. People can pay with Bitcoin on their mobile.
Okay. Oops. Hold on. Clicking buttons here. So all right. Give us a little bit. Can you kind of give us a little bit background story? Why did you decide to design a store like this? And most important, why did you decide to offering to all the internet marketers? What is the biggest problem you want to help internet marketers solve here?
Sure. We were actually asked by one of our clients to create something, Bitcoin integration for them because they wanted to collect money via Bitcoin, which is what prompted the idea. That was about 8 months ago. And we have been doing this for more than 6 months now, creating stores and selling products. And we realized that to really scale the operation and, to really make it happen for us, we had to create a store, a framework basically that could be duplicated again and again and again with any kind of store. And you remember I was telling you about PayPal and paying 12% in PayPal fee and the exchange rate. We kind of wanted to save on that. I was reading an interview, I think a couple of months ago, from a local business, which was saying that, on average every year they make 4% of their total sales as profit. So that's 4%, right? Now imagine if they could even save another 4 or 5% by using Bitcoin. I mean, that's basically doubling their profit every year just by using a digital currency and bypassing credit cards and PayPal. So with that thought in mind, we thought, okay, it makes sense to give people an option to collect money in a hassle-free way, to collect money so that it instantly converted into US dollars, and so that they don't have to pay any fees on that. Because, as an internet marketer, the last thing I want is for someone else to put their hand in my pocket, because I'm already paying so many people, right? I'm paying for the advertisement, I'm paying my designers, I'm paying my staff. The last thing I want is PayPal to come in my pocket and say, hey, I'm going to take this $12 from you today. So that's why we came up with a system so that we don't have to pay any additional fees, on top of everything else that we're paying.
Right. Okay. All right. So do you have maybe a couple of minutes to kind of show us what do you have for us?
Yeah, certainly. So let me just open this up, and I can share my screen with you. Great. So what you see right now is a store that we have currently running for many months. It's called BTC Ginkgo. And another thing, Han, is that it's actually quite easy to set up a store and find the name, because all you have to do is add BTC before it, and bam, you've got a new domain name which no one else has bought so far. So it's quite easy to buy domain names for this market at the moment. But this is one of the stores that we have. And we basically populated with a ready-made sales page, some really high quality graphics, as well as a buy button that leads to a product, where they can go in and buy the Ginkgo from our site immediately. And as I said to you earlier, what happens is that we simply, when someone pays for this, we simply go to Amazon to fulfill the order. We get the same thing from Amazon, same strength and everything, and we're still making $3 on every bottle that we sell. So our margin is quite high. I mean, it's like on physical products, getting a margin of 15% is quite high. What I don't have right now to show you, and I would have loved to, is setting up product stores for digital products as well. For example, ebooks and software as well. What we can do and what we do is simply list out like tons of software products on a site like this, because I can have more than one product on this site, right? And I can show you how to set those up very quickly. So I can put all those digital products on there and completely bypass PayPal. When someone sends me $27, I get $27 the same day. So that's a really easy way for me to bypass that 12% extra fee that I would have to pay to PayPal and still collect payments in Bitcoins. So you can set up any kind of store that you want with this. This is the done for you store that we have in place right now. So if I go back into the dashboard and show you what that looks like as well, I just want to give you a walkthrough of how easy this is to operate from the back end. Right, so this all is based on WooCommerce architecture. It's a very, very famous traditional architecture to build up e-commerce stores. So it comes with very, very cool reportings. All you need to do to add products is simply go here, add a product. It's a very simple process to follow, where you basically fill in the product name, product description, and some additional things, including the price. And with our solution, that price instantly gets translated into Bitcoin, and people can pay. They can check out via Bitcoin. Of course, if you wanted to introduce PayPal and credit card here as well, you're more than welcome to do so. But we are the first store in the market that allows Bitcoin integration. There's basically no other store. If you can, get me one, I'd be so surprised, because we've done our research in this and we couldn't find a single solution in the market that would allow you to collect money via Bitcoin. But again, it's a very, very simple WordPress setup in the backend. It's a WooCommerce setup. You can change the currencies. You can go from USD to GBP to euros to whatever currency you wanted to. Yeah, again, I mean, all of it is within this framework. You can put in coupons, you have reports, and again, you can add products manually. If you wanted to do a big CSV import, you could do that as well. And it's very, very easy to customize. So as you can see, the design itself is very good. Let me refresh this, in fact, because I want to show you what they call the parallax effect. And this is a new way of creating sort of these WordPress themes. So as you can probably see right now, there's nothing here, right now. But as I scroll further and further, the icons and the description loads up. And this is called the parallax effect. It's very, very new. I mean, we had to hire a special developer to get this done. It cost us $25 an hour, but it was worth it because it makes the end product really, really elegant. So essentially, that's what we created. We created a complete framework, to collect money via Bitcoin. And then we created some ready-made stores around it that people could use as well, that we use ourselves in our own business.
Right, and this does not only take Bitcoin, right? It can take other payments like there's PayPal,
Yeah.
and PayPal and other
Exactly.
as well, right?
Yeah, exactly. It can take PayPal. It can take credit cards, cash on delivery. Some places have that, so anything like that works here.
And just kind of talk about what kind of stuff can you sell with this?
Good question. So, of course, there's physical products that we usually have moved our business towards. But again, a major portion of our business is online products. So, software, for example, or ebooks, or graphics, or whatever it is you want to do. But you can list any kind of product on here. You can even list out services if you wanted to. So even for services, like if you wanted to do some consultation with someone about SEO or video marketing, you could easily charge them via Bitcoin on this site.
That's awesome. That's awesome. All right, so I think they get a sense idea what this thing does. Can you come back to the cam?
Yeah, I should be here now.
Okay. All right. Cool. All right. So let's talk about the offer itself here, and let's talk about the name of the product, time to launch, and who's going to be really beneficial for getting this.
Sure. So the name of the product is Social Bitcoin Stores. I mean, we called it because you can embed it inside of Facebook and collect Bitcoins, collect money inside of Facebook as well. We launch at 11 a.m. Eastern on the 12th of August. We do have an early bird from 9 a.m. to 12 noon. So if you get to the sales page from 9 a.m. to 12 noon, you can get the product. Instead of the usual price of $17, you can get it for $14. But just so you know, every day the price is going to rise. So the more you wait, the more expensive the entire product gets for you. The main product includes the responsive and highly functional framework, the WordPress theme that I showed you earlier, as well as the done-for-you Ginkgo store that I was demonstrating for you. So we've already included that for you. All the content is done, the articles are done, the sales pages are done, all the graphics are done. You get the PSDs as well for those graphics. And we've basically done all the hard work for you so that you don't have to worry about setting up a store like that yourself. And again, all of that for the first 3 hours from 9 a.m. to 12 noon is $14 flat.
Okay, all right, great. And who's going to be really benefited for getting this?
Yeah, so I mean, as long as you've got something to sell, I've got a wide list. So Facebook, mobile, e-commerce, affiliates, vendors, as long as you're one of these, this is perfect for you. More importantly, as long as you have something to sell online, and I know most of us do, either as an affiliate or as a vendor, this is something you can use, right? And again, if I use the affiliate example as well, think about listing out a product, say in relation to even social Bitcoin stores, right? You could list out social Bitcoin stores on your site. You could sell it for zero point 0.1 Bitcoin, which is $60. When someone pays you 0.1 Bitcoin, you just go to our site, order it for 17, get it sent to them, right? So you've made a huge margin as an affiliate, well, sort of as an affiliate in this process. So as long as you can think of ways of selling something, you can use this store.
Okay, all right, cool. So let's talk about exactly what is it inside the front end, what they're getting, and what are the prices, and how many days are you gonna keep this thing open?
Sure. So let's let's start backwards. So this is open only till the 15th of August, midnight Eastern. The price is going to be 17, going up to $27, but there is an early bird price from 9 a.m. to 12 noon, which is $14. And the first question was what's included. So the first thing is the responsive and highly functional WordPress framework with which you can build any kind of store that you want. Not just one product, but even multi-product stores that you want. You can build those as well. That's all included in the main offer. As a bonus, we're giving you the BTC Ginkgo theme. Basically, this theme has already, this whole store has been done by us already. Everything is included, included the product that you need to sell, the product that you want to sell. So you getting access to that as well. The training videos on Bitcoin, there's training videos on installation and how to manage all of that. And we do have some bonuses as well. And just, you know, loading up that page. So we've got a done for you toolkit, done for you sales presentations. If you're a local consultant, if you want to go out there and close the clients just like we did, we give you the exact presentation that we use to educate those clients and to close them for deals for over $750 to $1,000 for about a couple of hours of work. Alongside, we're giving you top resources on Bitcoin, so where to go to publicize your stores. We're giving you a list of those 10 directories as well. Alongside, we're giving you a list of top 20 markets that are suitable for Bitcoin. So you can go into those markets and sell products related to Bitcoins, and people would be more than happy to pay for those. So those are the bonuses that we're covering as well as part of the main offer.
Okay, so what is the OTO?
So the OTO is it's a collection of 7 stores. So we have, let me just open this. So we have 7 additional stores, ready-made stores, just like the Ginkgo one, available as part of the OTO. Alongside, oh, what I forgot to mention about the main offer, sorry, is that for the main offer you get a 5-site installation. So you can only install it on 5 sites, your own. But for the OTO, you instantly get bumped up to developer rights. It's not available anywhere else, and you instantly get bumped up to developer rights, along with getting 7 additional done-for-you themes with done-for-you graphics, done-for-you sales pages, done-for-you articles, everything. And these themes are based around health and wellness. They're based around sort of, you know, one of them is actually called Water Filter, one of them is called Muffin Toaster. So we've picked the best-selling products from Amazon, and we've created stores around them. And then you also have 3 stores for local clients. One of them is for law firms, the other one's for dentists, and the last one is for realtors. So you can go to your clients and you can pitch them these websites, these themes, and easily sell them for more than $1,500 each, just like we did.
That's great. That's great. So do you have any other OTO after this?
Yes, we actually have a couple, and I'll walk you through them as well. So there's an OTO too, which is called the Social Bitcoin Stores e-commerce pack. So as you would have noticed that most of the sites that I've shown you so far only have 1 product each. What we have done is we have made an eBay-style site which contains more than 100 products in one case, and the other one has more than 50 products. And they, again, come pre-populated with all those product descriptions, product prices, product images. You know, everything has already been pre-configured for you in those stores. Now, that one will cost you starting from $37 going up to $47. So again, you want to get in this early because the price on that rises soon as well. And then we have another upgrade, and this is really for you if you're new to Bitcoin, if you don't know anything about Bitcoin, and if you want to learn more about it, how to use it, how to close clients with it, and how to collect it, and so on and so forth. So we've arranged a series of 4 webinar sessions. We'll be walking you through the ins and outs of Bitcoin, basically how to become a knowledge expert really quickly, I'll be demonstrating the Amazon trick live and show you how to do that. I'll be talking about some good Bitcoin traffic sources that you should check out, which are great to actually get free Bitcoin traffic as well. And I'll also show you the 5-step local method with which you can close local clients as well. Now, all of these trainings are every week, so every week Monday, and they will be recorded. And in case you're not sure, this comes at a $1 trial that lasts for 7 days, and then a single payment of $97. So you've got a week to come in, check out the first session. If you like it, great. If you don't like it, let us know. We'll cancel it. No harm, no foul.
All right. So how much is the OTO for the developer license?
Good. The developer license is $67.
Okay, great. So forgot to answer that. Okay, cool. So is that everything that you have here? Did we cover everything?
That is everything. Okay. Yes, that is everything.
All right, cool. So I think that's about all the questions I have for you here, Neil. And one last question is very important. And as people watching this interview, if they're smart, they know that Bitcoin's going to be the future of the world coin. And so they probably want to position themselves like you, be ahead of everybody, including the big companies, to using Bitcoin as as the payment method, and also most simply taking advantage of the Bitcoin people actually willing to pay more for goods and services than the actual people have real currencies. Oh well, Bitcoin is a real currency, but you get it. You get my idea. So they want to get this, they want to buy this, but everyone has little tiny voice on the back of their head says, "Hey, no, don't go get this, and don't buy it." Little devil inside the head and tell them not taking action. So my question to you, Neil, is what makes, in your opinion, what makes this product of yours so unique that you're absolutely grabbed doing this launching special price launching period?
Sure. Well, it is something that we have been working ourselves for 6 months, so it's a tried and tested product. I mean, we know it's a very, very hungry market of Bitcoin owners who want to buy stuff via Bitcoin. So what we try and do with our customers at KV Social is we try and position them ahead of everyone else in the market. And I'll say this, I mean, it's not very often that we can claim that we can put you ahead of Amazon, right? Because Amazon is the market leader in most things. But this time I'm confident that if you get this, if you implement this, you can basically be in the news before Amazon as someone who has a store that people can go in and buy stuff via Bitcoin. So for me, that's a big deal. That's a big deal to get that sort of publicity before Amazon does, or eBay does, or even Facebook does. And I think the most unique thing about this complete setup is this. And the important thing is, as a vendor, you're completely safeguarded, right? You don't have to ship out the product unless you get paid. It takes 15 minutes for the process that you get paid, and it takes a day till you get paid in your account. So it's very straightforward. There's no risk on your part. I mean, even the product itself comes with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you find that it's not working out for you, if you find that Bitcoin's not your thing, if you find it's just not as exciting, let us know and we'll get you your money back. But this is, and trust me when I say this, in a couple of years' time, if you implement this rigorously with me, in a couple of years' time, you'll send me a postcard from Bahamas or Caribbean, wherever you are, thanking me, saying, "Neil, thank you, I appreciate it. Just by having that store, I was able to afford this holiday." That's where I want you to be.
Okay, all right. So well said. So that's oh, well, I can add more to that. So yeah. As an internet marketer, we're the ones set up trends, and a lot of which is a huge opportunity just for local business alone. If you are the one can deliver Bitcoin before all your competition does, you can charge premium price for that consulting service. So I just see a huge potential there myself. And also, you want to be the pioneer of any kind of technology and potential uptrend. You want to get ahead of everyone. That's how you win the business game, and period, right? So before we leave here today, Neil, do you have any word of wisdom you'd like to share with us?
Sure. Just one thing. Think about back in 2003, 2004 when Facebook started, right? If you could go back, and if you could just have, like, say 0.1% stake in the company, if you could just do one little thing, if you go and advise Mark about something so that he would give you 0.1% share of the company, would that be worthwhile to you right now, 10 years later? I'm pretty sure, I mean, you'd be a millionaire by now. right? So Bitcoin represents a similar opportunity. Don't get it, it's okay, but if you get it, you stand in front of the queue to actually make a lot of money. That's the important thing. Not only are you standing in a queue, but you're standing in front of a queue ahead of Amazon, eBay, and any other e-commerce store out there that is too big and too slow to react to this.
And plus, if the world currency crashes, you got Bitcoin.
Exactly. Exactly. Might happen anytime soon. Yeah.
So anyway, you guys heard it, and thank you so much for watching this, and hopefully you guys learned a lot. I know I did, and make sure you stay tuned. Watch a very quick, short demo/sales video to learn more about it. How this is going to really put you ahead of your competition. Makes lots money now and for later as well, because the Bitcoin is actually increasing in value as well. Most importantly, you now have the knowledge to make this work, and you're able to offer something very unique no other people can. So that's the key point here. Make sure you look out for my email tomorrow, so you can go there, grab the early bird price, the lowest possible price you can, and also cool bonuses as well. Neil, do you have a couple of minutes? Just quickly run down the bonus you have for us as well, just one more time.
Sure, certainly. So we have got a done for you sales presentation that you can use as a local consultant and sell this as a service to your businesses, your prospects. We also have a top resource list of Bitcoins that basically tells you what blogs to read, where to post about your site, for example. We also have 5 infographics around Bitcoin that you can use to actually tell your clients about it. You can put them on your website. We have a list of top 20 markets that you can go in and create stores on and around Bitcoin. We've got a couple of softwares. One of them is called FB Business Finder that will help you find local businesses within any part of the world. We also have a software called Market Spy, which is actually a very cool software. We never release it publicly, but it allows you to find out what you can spy on other companies and basically work out what stuff they have online and how can you use that for your clients. So a lot of cool pieces of software and sales packages that you can use for your clients and for yourself.
Okay, cool. Okay, all right. So guys, be very exciting about it. Now, if you have an estimate what that value is for the bonus, what would you say?
I would say all of this combined, just looking at it right now, would be upwards of $500.
Okay, 500. Okay, you guys heard it. So we got at least 500 plus the worst of a bonus ready for you, and I'm gonna put more for you guys as well. So yeah, make sure you kind of watch out for my email tomorrow, and go grab this, guys. You guys have been the pioneer here anyway, and especially that early bird prize here. So anyway, Neil, thank you so much, and for sharing your knowledge about Bitcoin, especially this awesome product again. And I'm sure a lot of people are going to thank you later for this a little bit later on after they implement it. I'm sure I'll be talking to you very soon.
All right. Thank you, Hannah. Appreciate it.
All right. Thank you, Neil. Cheers.
$1.4 million in sales in 12 months without any PPC, SEO, or article marketing. Hey, this is Neil Napier. Now tell me, did you ever wonder what it feels like to be at the forefront of a trend? To get into a market before companies like Amazon, eBay, or even Facebook do? This is exactly what a small company in Germany did by setting up a Bitcoin integrated e-commerce store, generating $1.4 million in the first year of their operations. We want to make this happen for you. So we have put the whole thing on steroids. As a result, we have integrated, thanks to our customer suggestions, the entire process, the entire system within Facebook. And as you follow the breadcrumbs, you will realize how powerful and easy to implement this entire system is. A system that I will break down into simple steps for you in this video. Today, I want to put my money where my mouth is. Check out my personal Bitcoin wallet right here, where I have invested $60,000 of my hard-earned money. Well, that's partly true because a good chunk of it has been acquired using the system that I'm about to show you. But first, what does this have to do with you? See, many of our customers tell us that all local markets are exhausted and it's difficult to make money online, but that's not quite true. Check out this easy $400 paycheck we got from just a single email offering the system as a service to a prospect. This is just one client we closed with 30 minutes of work and 60 minutes of fulfillment. Plus, we do this for ourselves every day. See, for the last 6 months, we've been creating social media stores in high intensity niche markets. Our customers have integrated these stores with Facebook. These are very niche specific stores that not only leverage the power of social media, but also leverage the free and rapid traffic of the ever growing Bitcoin community. We have leveraged the power of e-commerce and connected it with social media and Bitcoin to form a powerful trinity that pays from two sides, our own sites as well as services that we provide to our clients. See, Bitcoin is not a new phenomenon. It's been around for a few years now. In fact, we had the foresight to invest in it at $12, the red circle that you see right here. Right now, it's close to $600 per Bitcoin. But thing is, not many e-commerce sites out there are accepting Bitcoin at the moment. And no site out there is integrating with Bitcoin to exploit cheap traffic and social media interaction. Now that's where you come in. To make this happen for you and for us, we have developed a powerful Bitcoin integrated e-commerce theme. A social store you can use to list any products you want and make sales and collect money via both Bitcoin and PayPal and credit cards as well. And do all of this right within Facebook. So let me walk you through what this setup looks like and how you can create one of these for yourselves. So right now I'm in the BTC Ginkgo theme. You do get that as part of this purchase. This comes with some very special effects, which I'm going to show you right now. First of all, this store comes with 3 ready-made sliders that we have done for you. As I mentioned previously, all the sales copy, all parts of this site have already been completed. And as you'll see, this store has what is known as a parallax effect. So the further lower you scroll, the more visible the information becomes, and that's much better than having static websites because they don't look good at all. But this site, which comes with the parallax effect, looks very good. And if you wanted to sell something, you just need to get people to click that button. Once they do, they're taken to another page where they can buy the product that you're listing. So as you can see, we have listed the product at $20. That automatically gets the live price in Bitcoin, and people can add multiple products to the cart. And if I add this to cart, and I can show you the checkout process as well, it is very straightforward. So if I click on proceed to checkout, as you'll see, all I need to then do is fill in my contact details. Most of it is already done. So let me just click ahead and say I want to pay either via PayPal or Bitcoin. And if someone wishes to pay via Bitcoin, all they need to do is place order. They're presented with an invoice right here, right now, which they then have to go to their Bitcoin client and pay. Again, it's very easy if you are using Bitcoins. If you want to know more about this step, we do cover that in the bonus training session as well. So coming back to this, as I mentioned, all the site has parallax effect, so it looks very nice. You can see that these icons are changing as I scroll further, and all the images are done. It just looks very elegant, and you can customize this to no end as much as you want to. The 3 articles as well that we have already covered. So there's the benefits, there's the dosage for Ginkgo, and the side effects as well. And of course, there is a pre-filled blog section with these 3 articles that I showed you here. And again, as you can see, everything looks really elegant and presentable. Then you've got the About Us page, the Contact Us, FAQ, as well as my account. FAQ has been pre-filled as well with all these questions that would help you sell your products better. Now that's what the Ginkgo store looks like. Let me take you in the back end and let me show you exactly how things look like there. Now this is like any other WordPress installation. It is based on the WooCommerce framework, which means that we are basically basing our entire checkout process on a very stable WooCommerce framework that has been used for years. It is very easy to add products. At the moment you will only see 1 product listed, but you can add multiple products to it. Our special solution converts all the prices into Bitcoin in real time, and it keeps it updated as well. You can import multiple products via CSV if you wanted to. Of course, you can add additional pages, you can add additional posts. There are portfolios as well that you can put in if you wanted to show some of your work. All of this is covered here, as well as testimonials and partners. So all of that is easy to edit. What I really like about this is if you go under theme options, you'll be able to see a page builder. So this would allow you to change things very easily from right here. So if you wanted to change the logo, you can change it here. If you want to upload a favicon, you could do it here. If you wanted to put some tracking code and make it retargeting friendly, you can do that here as well. So this theme comes with retargeting, Facebook retargeting built in, and you can add a code there and you can do that as well. So again, a lot of options right here that you can see. Because it's like any other WordPress theme, you can customize it by adding more plugins if you wanted to. And as it is based on WooCommerce, if I go into settings, I can show you how easy it is to change your details, to change your currencies as well if you wanted to. So you can change details about the products, for example, from multiple places, and you can also charge tax if you wanted to. You can set up various accounts, and you can have your support desk email address as well. So again, it's a very, very elegant looking solution that no one else is selling at the moment, and as you can see, it's very, very easy to navigate in the back end as well. The entire setup will help you sell locally and online, whatever it is you want to do. If you're not making sales, you're not making money. We want to ensure you tap into this trend before any of the major retailers bank big. So let's walk through exactly what you're getting today. Social Bitcoin Stores is valued at over $390. It comes with a Bitcoin and Facebook integrated WordPress theme, which is valued at $97, as well as a BTC Ginkgo done for you store, which is valued at $197. So this BTC Ginkgo store that you see on your screen right now, and you can see some more screenshots on the sales page, you get done for you sales copy, you get done for you graphics, you get done for you product images, as well as quality articles. And as I mentioned, the whole thing is integrated with Bitcoin as well. If you're one of the few early people to get in while we are launching this, you will also get access to live webinar training where I'll be walking you through exactly how to set the whole thing up and how to monetize it using nothing but free traffic. So once you get inside the members area, you're also going to find additional training, installation training, setup training, as well as details about PayPal and credit card integration. Now this works for you if you're in the Facebook market, if you're an Amazon affiliate, if you want to do e-commerce, if you want to sell products as a vendor, if you're a local consultant, or just if you are a Bitcoin enthusiast. It's a very, very big market which is still waiting to be exploited, and this is why we are putting you ahead of the trend. Because if you want to run Amazon affiliate program, if you want to sell your own digital products or physical products, we cover everything. This store makes all that happen for you. Now all of this is available at a low price today, but do hurry because this offer is only open for a few days and the price is rising while you wait. So keep an eye on the timer, and before it hits zero, get access to it right away. It comes with a 30-day money back guarantee. You won't need it, but even if you do, we have you completely covered with the first of its kind social Bitcoin stores. This is Neil Napier, and I will see you inside the members area.